Peace, love, and light, family, and welcome to your general love reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you are new to tarot and don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Also, keep in mind that the roles are interchangeable, so you should place yourself and everybody in your story where you know they belong, including yourself, because only you know where everybody belongs. Also, what else was I going to say? This is a timeless reading, so when this finds you, it is when it's meant to find you, okay? All right, let's get into it. Collective. In the center of your spread is the Five of Cups, which tells me that the collective is grieving a loss or missing someone. There's this energy of like missing, of disappointment. You know, the Five of Cups is known as, you know, the person is at the river of tears. And they're focused on, you know, what has gone wrong, what they've lost, what, you know, they long for, and not noticing the two cups, in this case, seashells, that are still there right beside her, right? She's not noticing because she's so focused on the closed doors or the negative aspects of something. With the Nine of Swords here, I feel like Nine of Swords and Six of Swords, someone's been in their head like crazy, stressing over someone or a situation. But with the Six of Swords, it's either, you know, you're getting tired of this now, like you're getting tired of, you know, wallowing in this energy, or you find yourself starting to move away from like that stress. But with that Nine of Swords here, I feel like somebody has been experiencing in the recent past sleepless nights, anxiety, and just been really all up in, you know, their head about something. With the Page of Swords here, I feel like whoever it is that the collective is missing, again, the roles are interchangeable, so place yourself and your person, however it is that it belongs. It could be your person. Whoever it is that the collective is missing, I feel like even though there may not be communication or contact going on, there's a lot of snooping, there's a lot of watching. The Page of Swords is curious, right? Excuse me, is curious, is nosy, is watching. And so this could be, you know, social media stalking, or maybe even looking at old text messages and things like that, you know, like reflecting with a desire to reach out, but not actually reaching out. This is wanting to communicate, but withholding that communication. But there's still interest, there's still a desire to know, there's still curiosity. But yeah, it's somebody here is holding themselves back from reaching out. With the Five of Cups, in the middle, I feel like, you know, if this is you, collective, then you are sad and you're grieving something and you're missing someone, but you're not. It's like, I feel like both parties are like resisting the desire to reach out, okay? With the Five of Wands, yeah, it might be, you know, there might be some ego involved. This is an internal struggle as well. For some of you, this could have been a fight, a disagreement that you had with somebody, you know, that caused this disappointment or this ending or this, you know, no contact. But I feel like, you know, between you and your person, collective, I do feel like with the Emperor having also popped out as I was finishing the spread, it was a jumper, so I took it, and the bottom of the deck was the Justice card. I feel like this is an internal struggle where somebody is really trying to put like that bold face on and just really trying to remove themselves, control their feelings, control this situation. But with the Justice card here, I feel like you're going through a process of truth. It's like, you know, regardless of how much you try to block something out, you can't run from yourself and you can't run from your own feelings. And so I feel like this is, you know, this is like the realization, the truth, right? Looking at, your true feelings and being honest with yourself about those feelings. The Emperor, here, and the Five of Wands, again, that's that very like prideful, like I'm resisting that urge to reach out, or at least I don't want to reach out first. Okay, I do see the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and Mercury retrograde is right around the corner. So this could indicate somebody from your past who you moved away from, and the energy is now coming in. But for many of you, this is a connection that you can feel. It feels like a soulmate. It feels like, someone that you just have a very strong connection to. The Six of Cups does talk about, again, past energy. So like I said, someone may be, instead of reaching out and stuff like that, you may be looking at old pictures, old text messages, or just thinking about conversations that you had with the person. But ultimately resisting that urge to reach out. I'm not going to take this, but the Four of Wands did flip over. So I do feel like there's a desire to come together and reconcile. But again, the party, you're both like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it first. I'm protecting myself, or, just struggling to come to a specific compromise. Please clarify the Five of Cups for the collective energy. What are they missing? What is this grieving energy? Please clarify the Five of Cups here. Please clarify the Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? Thank you. Temperance. Yeah, I feel like you or your person is really trying to make sense of whatever it is that's going on right now. Really trying to be patient with this process. And I feel like there's a desire to heal whatever is broken or whatever is painful or hurt. For some of you, Spirit is also saying, you've been through a lot. And there's a shift that's happening here with justice. This is karmic. This is a karmic situation, right? It's divinely orchestrated. You're meant to learn from this. And so I feel like you've been through a lot, but with the Justice card, it's like you know better. You've learned, a lot. And so Spirit is saying, are you going to continue to stay stuck in the past and wallow on the disappointments of the past? Or are you going to use what you've learned to be wiser, and not let those experiences, those negative experiences, change you or shape who you are in a negative way, right? So because somebody treated you crappy, or because something didn't work out with somebody else, you're gonna take that energy into the next connection and a new connection. So it really is, needing to look at your past and also releasing that past. Temperance, this is all about healing and alchemizing the situation. So I feel like, with the Temperance card here, it's like, yes, somebody's moving slow. They're trying to be patient. They're trying to find the harmony in this situation. And so I feel like, right now with the with Temperance clarifying the Five of Cups, it's like understanding that, if you stare too long, at the closed doors, at the negative aspects of anything, you're going to miss out on good opportunities. You're going to miss out on opportunities and people who God has placed in your way, right? Because you're so focused on the past, right? Temperance clarifying that it's like it's time to heal those parts of yourself. Why no communication? Why is the Page of Swords here? Why is the Page of Swords here? The Knight of Swords. Okay, so there won't be no communication for too long, because the Knight of Swords is clarifying the Page of Swords. So I feel like this person, your person is trying to figure out what they want to say. And I feel like once it's like they're not going to be able to hold back much longer. They want to communicate, right? They want to reconcile. They want to get together. Yeah, give me one more for the Page of Swords with the Knight of Swords. This person might, you know, lack emotional maturity. They also might have a hard time expressing their feelings. Clarify the Knight of Swords here. Thank you. The King of Swords with the Eight of Cups. Okay. And the bottom of the deck, the Empress. So we now, again, have the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like a lot of the collective is dealing with twin flames. I'm just going to say that because the energy has been over the past, like I did like 2 or 3 readings already, and I think I've had the Emperor and the Empress come out for each one. So this is a time when like twin flames are coming together, right? And the twin flame journey is, right, this is how the twin flame journey goes. You know, you find someone, you meet them, you connect, it feels amazing, things take off, and then it doesn't. And then there comes a time where you separate, but you still feel that strong connection. And during that time of separation, each person is meant to learn something and raise their frequency, raise their vibration, so that they can meet each other again. And if both parties raise their vibration, they'll have that opportunity to come together again, because twin flames are one soul that was literally split. So it's like they always come back to each other, right? So if each person puts in the work that is necessary and does the healing and does the inner work, they can experience agape love, which is like the highest love that one could ever experience, right? With the King of Swords and the Eight of Cups, I do feel like either you or your person is withdrawn emotionally. I feel like, you know, they just feel disconnected right now. I feel like that could be because they're guarding themselves. They're and it could also have a lot to do with like high standards and just having that sense of like I'm not gonna bend first, right? But with the Empress card at the bottom of the deck, it does tell me that this person does have a lot of love for you and sees you as a divine connection in your divine light, right? Like we said, twin flames. This could literally be, you could be dealing with a twin flame, right? Where you've gone through that separation period and now you've come back together again. But then, you know, it's like with the Eight of Cups, you come in, you go out. You come in, you go out. There's obstacles, right? Yeah. Tell me about that Five of Wands. What are the obstacles? The two twin flames. It looked like it wanted to come out in the reverse, okay? Two of Cups, this is soulmate energy, right? So this is a divine connection, okay? And I feel like right now, because it looked like it wanted to come out in the reverse, some of you might be in separation from your, you know, from your twin flame, from your soulmate, from your person. But the obstacle is, you know, surrendering to this love, to this surrendering to this connection. The Six of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the obstacle is, you know, releasing pride and coming toward your person, whether that's you or your person. I don't know. Again, you know, place yourself where you see fit. Oh my God. But again, I have 6-6, and June has been very I guess it's been a weird month, let me say that, but I do feel like someone here wants to move away from this energy as far as like it's enough. It's like I've thought this to the point of no coming back. Like I've thought about it each and every way possible. Now what? I want to release this. I want to heal myself. I want to heal this connection. But this is about, again, being honest with yourself, or your person being honest with themselves about how they feel about you and this connection. Let me, I'm going to go ahead and pull for your person's current feelings. I don't want this to be too long, okay? I was choking up trying to talk, so I feel like, yeah, somebody's just really like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to express what I feel, okay? Somebody just has a hard time communicating their feelings. It could also be that what I'm getting here for some of you, or, for your person, is that you've been through so much that you don't really know how to be vulnerable, right? You don't really know how to open up, right? You don't really know how to acknowledge your feelings, that kind of thing. Okay. Give me the energy for the collective's person. How do they feel about the collective? How does the collective's person feel about them? The Four of Wands came out in the reverse. So, again, feeling like they love you, feeling like there's a lot here. There's a lot of passion and desire, but right now, feeling apart. Some of you might be in separation, or just feeling the person at a distance. The Ace of Wands here, I feel like, so with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that's Five Wands. So the Five of Wands talks about, again, having challenges, but in this sense, I feel like they want to fight for this connection. Okay, they do care about you. They have a desire to reconcile and start again. I feel like they're just not sure how to do that with the Seven of Cups there. They're a little bit confused. Clarify the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the Strength card. There, again, lots of pride, lots of ego. They're holding back. So right now what they feel is that, they have to be strong, and they have to reserve, themselves, and, keep their energy to themselves. I feel like they're having this internal struggle here to communicate with you how they feel. With the Star here, they want to heal this connection. They do care about you. They do love you, but they really are struggling to commit to this situation. They're wondering, is it worth it for me to put in this, put in the work here? Is it worth it for me to commit? Right? Is the juice worth the squeeze for me to commit to this situation, to take this leap of faith and risk, whatever, risk opening up, risk being vulnerable, starting this new thing. And when I say new, it doesn't have to, new love doesn't have to be a new person. But I feel like the struggle right now, how they're feeling is, do I jump? Do I, go all in this situation and start something new, which I feel like they want to do, but I also feel like they're struggling. Do I do that, or do I just, close this out and start something new on my own? Eight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. There's that Five of Wands again. I feel like they want to fight for this connection, but they are fighting themselves. They are really struggling here with their feelings for you and about you. But I do get the sense that they are, if they haven't reached out recently, they are going to be communicating with you soon, collective. What actions is the collective's person going to take next? What can the collective expect from their person? What action is their person going to take toward them? What actions is the collective's person going to take toward them? Give me the actions. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Yeah, they're going to communicate. They're going to communicate truthfully, honestly. They're gaining clarity about, how they feel. The Queen of Cups is here. I feel like they're going to follow their heart. Tell me more about the actions that the collective's person is taking toward them. The Ten of Swords. Actions. Thank you. The Four of Pentacles. Too many cards. All right. The Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so I do feel like they're going to reach out to you to reconcile, to express how they feel. They're trying to follow their heart. With the Ten of Swords, I feel like they want to end this cycle of, fighting the feelings, and they want to end, you know, the no contact situation. And I feel like they do. With the Four of Pentacles, they are still somewhat guarded, you know, they are still somewhat keeping some of their feelings to themselves. But I also feel like with that Four of Pentacles, it's their desire to hold on to this connection. The Two of Pentacles tells me that, you know, they are trying to make the changes necessary, right? With the Page of Cups, to express to you how they feel. The Page is a bit of an immature energy. The Page of Cups is, you know, it could be somebody younger than you, again, somebody who lacks emotional maturity, and, you know, just expressing their feelings might be challenging for them, okay? Especially apologizing, because the Page of Cups is an apology, okay? So this person may come in apologizing, you know, for an argument or something of that sort. But the Three of Cups says they do want to reconcile, okay? They do want to come together. They do, you know, want to communicate with you. The Death card says they want things to change, okay? I do feel like with the Ten of Swords, this is the end of almost like them lying to themselves. And I feel like for many people, this is like lying to themselves about how they feel. And it's like, I can't help to see how all of the majority of the arrows are like going toward his face. And I feel like it's like that you know how we say, like, would you know love if it was smacking you in front of your face? The Death card here, something is changing, something is transforming. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. I just need to clarify that Ten of Swords. Clarify that Ten of Swords. Yeah, the end of no contact, because the Ace of Wands says, I am going to talk to you. I am going to communicate. I want to start again. I have a lot of passion. I want to pursue this. Okay, this is finding the confidence. And now we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I feel like for many of you, you know, this person is gonna come toward you, or you're gonna decide to go toward your person, because this is what you want. This is what they want. Okay, I feel like this person is trying to get over fears. They have a lot of fears. They have they've been stuck in this energy of like yeah, a cycle of fears, but also they've experienced a lot of unhealthy cycles in love. And I feel like that's what keeps them stuck, is like, you know, how do I give of myself, because they have trust issues. But ultimately, I feel like they come to a place of realization. Like, they have the Ace of Swords is that breakthrough aha moment. It's like kind of like, oh wow, no, this is different. You know, I love this person, I care about this person, or this is actually what my heart wants to do. My heart wants to pursue this person and this connection. It is what I want. I feel happy with this person. I feel fulfilled. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, right? Because I feel like with the Devil, they've experienced other lovers and other lustful situations, especially with the Two of Pentacles. It could be that they're still in contact with someone from their past, okay? But I feel like they realize that nobody is comparing to this connection. I feel like with the Death card here, you came in and you changed them, or they changed you forevermore, okay? They changed you. There's huge transformation happening here, okay? And a lot of there's definitely a lot of water energy here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? What is the advice for the collective? What is the advice for the collective? Man, I love this. The Emperor, I'm telling you, twin flames, divine feminine, the divine masculine, they're coming together in this season. And I am here for it, baby. I am here. Yeah, the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's like this person is going no contact. You're not speaking to this person right now. You guys are not really on speaking terms, but then all of a sudden they come in with all of these offers and all of these like just ready to build. Okay, what is the advice for the collective? What is the advice for the collective? The Tower. This is truth, realization. Collective, if this is you, this is you needing to be honest with yourself, right? Because the Tower is something that disrupts your foundation, and it's like the rug pulled out from under you. But this also is crown chakra energy. So this is like an aha moment. Like, I realize who this person is to me. So I feel like right now it's like being honest with yourself about about this connection, about your feelings, being truthful with yourself, and not trying to control what you can't control, because you can't control a tower moment, okay? The Ace of Pentacles says, stay grounded, stay real with yourself, okay? Be real with yourself about this connection, about what you want. The Ace of Pentacles is also about longevity and, you know, thinking and planning for the future, okay? Clarify that Tower card for the advice here. For the collective, we got two. I'm just going to take them. The Seven of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, this is really asking yourself, am I, you know, I want love, because I'm getting the sense the Knight of Cups is like somebody who is in love with the idea of being in love, right? So I feel like it's being honest with yourself. I keep saying that I want love and I'm ready for love, but then the Seven of Wands is like, I'm guarded when that comes in. Which one is it? You want it or you don't want it. You have to be real with yourself, right? The Hangman is like, look at this from a different perspective. What is this situation trying to teach you? What are you meant to learn from yourself? Oh my God, I can't stop here. What is the Emperor here? What is the Emperor here for the advice? What is the Emperor here for the advice for the collective? Clarify the Emperor. Oh, I saw the King of Wands. I'm not going to take him because he was already... What is the Emperor? Thank you. The Page of Wands. Yeah. So I do... Are you being prideful? Are you letting ego tell you what to do? Are we still there? Like, because I feel like somebody here is being really prideful, and it's like, I'm not speaking, I'm not letting anything know. Like, okay, you're looking for insights and you're looking for clarity and you're doing the introspection, but at what point do you decide to communicate? Or are you just holding yourself back from this because you're being egotistical? So, you know, Spirit is saying here, like, at some point or another, like, you're gonna have to be honest with yourself, right? So right now, it's okay to reserve yourself to gain that introspection. It's okay to ground yourself, but know that, you know, you are going to get that enlightenment, and that Tower is going to come whether you like it or not. Tell me more about the Tower. One more about the Tower here. What is that energy? What is the transformation that comes? What is shaking up this foundation? What is You know what I'm getting here with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands, which originally clarified that Tower, is that collective, again, switch the roles around however you want, however it applies to you. But if you wait too long, if you stay in this egotistical energy for too long, this disruption here is going to be that when you decide, when you finally get that aha, that, oh, sweat, okay, I'm ready to offer my cup. With the Knight of Cups here, I'm ready to offer my love. This person decides, I'm good. Right? Because she's crossing that river alone. She's looking back, but she's not looking back as in I'm coming back. She's looking back as in, yeah, I'm already in motion. I've already, look, Eight of Cups. I can't make it up. Eight of Cups, bottom of the deck. That the Tower comes and hits, and you finally get that, oh, sweat. Like, no, this is my person. This is my thing, right? This is the one for me. This is my twin flame, my soulmate, my whatever, my person. And then it's too late. And then it's too late. They decide with the Lovers here, and that's twin flame energy, they decide with the Lovers here to go in a different direction, because the Page of Pentacles, the page is slow. The page ain't doing nothing. The page is all up in here thinking and planning and trying to figure it out and laying up and thinking that the page has got all the time in the world. Meanwhile, this person is already preparing, is already in motion. And when you finally realize, right, the Six of Swords says, I'm moving to calmer waters. I'm moving away from the drama, from all the stress, from everything, right? Before the Six of Swords comes the Five of Swords, which is like mental stress, trying to win, trying to get it right, you know, fighting for something at the cost of like everything without caring what it costs you, right? So this person is moving away from that. The Six of Swords says, I'm moving in a different direction, right? So I feel like, and this person is looking, but she's already moving. She's already moving. Okay, for some of you, again, this could be that the person moves to a different state, is at a different, is in a different country, but the point is that if you take too long here, if you take too long, you might miss the opportunity. One more for that Tower to close out for the advice. One more. Oh, this is long. One more to close out. Whoa. Ace of Cups. New love. New love. And new love does not necessarily mean a new person. But I feel like Five of Swords can't make it up. If you want to fight for this, you're going to need to be real with yourself. You're going to need to be honest with yourself about what position you're playing in this dynamic, okay? Because sooner or later, somebody makes the decision to move along. You guys, I hope that this resonated with you. I hope it brought you some clarity. If it did, drop a comment down below. Let me know how. Give your girl a like. It helps my channel. And hopefully you've already subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Share it with someone who you think will enjoy this content. And if you're interested in contacting me or connecting with me on any capacity, you will find all of the information on how to contact me along with my other social media platforms in the description box below. Thank you for staying with me all this time. I love you all so much. Peace, love, and light.